Patrick. Coming to the Snellville, Georgia, South Gwinnett Performing Arts Center, September 1st, costume gala and musical African Pride at 4 p.m. September 2nd and September 3rd is the musical Mantalk, Woman Talk. Tickets are so affordable. They start at $50. It is absolutely amazing. Check it out. September 2nd, the musical is at 7 p.m. September 3rd, 2 p.m. Check it out today. It's Mantalk, Woman Talk. For more information, 631-375-1417. Purchase tickets online. KrabiteUSA.com. That's KRABITES USA.com. KrabiteUSA.com. Tickets start at $50. It is absolute. September 2nd, September 3rd. Get your tickets now. Do it today. KrabiteUSA.com. Welcome back to our big broadcast. We are live, coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio today. Also 50-plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world. We have got a great guest joining us today here on our big broadcast. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my friends. Let's talk a little bit about the project here. Good afternoon. You're live.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, my friends.
Hi, my name is Lacey Patrick, and I'm the director of Mantalk, Woman Talk.
And I am Charles, Joe.
Yes, indeed.
I'm one of the lead role players.
Yes, indeed. We have got Charles back with us. We've also got the director with us today. Let's start with the director of Mantalk, Woman Talk. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved with this project, my friend.
I'm a born theater artist. I would like to use that word. I've been a theater artist for the most part of my life, well over 20 years at this point. And one of the things I've always wanted to do is to do something cultural. And I think that's what Mantalk, Woman Talk truly represents. It's Nigerian, it's different. It's a musical that speaks to our culture. There's lots of songs. Afrobeats, which is typical to Nigeria. There's our Creole language, which is also known as our Pidgin language, which is also embedded into the project also. But over and above that, I think my major of musical theater is what brought me into this project. Is the reason why they felt that they needed something different in this space for us to do this project. So that's how I came about to be the director of the project.
That's awesome. So being the director, what are some of your duties, and take us kind of behind the scenes with all this?
Basically, I'm trying to figure out the vision for the project, just to lay out the vision for the entire project. What is expected. So first of all, there's a script. But a script remains a script without a vision, right? It's understanding what do we want people to end up seeing on stage? How do we want that interpretation to play out on stage? How would people come to understand, again, because I say it's cultural, it means that you're looking for ways in which people would engage with your culture, but also for the most part have a better understanding by the time they leave that stage as to what that culture entails, so to speak. So it's really creating a vision for what that entire project is supposed to be and how it's supposed to pan out in the end.
That is awesome. So Charles, you're back with us. Talk to us about working with this incredible director.
Incidentally, I think I'll describe my relationship with her as one that has spanned some 15, maybe going 18, 20 years now. She was my junior student back in the university, but today she's my director. Okay. So when I've interacted with the script as a student at the level of being an actor, but when the opportunity came to work with a fresh director who has a bent towards musicals, I thought it was nice to experience that part of the theater. So far, it's been It's been very enlightening. It's been very, very interesting. A lot of things I never knew I could do. I've seen myself doing them in the course of rehearsing for Mantalk, Woman Talk.
That is awesome. That is awesome. We have got two great guests with us today. They join us live talking about Man Talk, Woman Talk, Battle of the Sexes. It's a Nigerian musical. It is coming to the Snellville, Georgia area very soon. We have been talking about it pretty much all month. It is an absolutely amazing event. So being the director of this project.
Hello.
Yes, hello. We've got you, my
We're
friend.
losing you.
We've got you, yes. So tell us about the directing process for this project.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I've got you. You're live, loud and clear, my friend. We can hear
lost you for a minute. We could barely hear you.
Yes, yes. Talk to us about directing this project and compare it to the other projects you've directed in the past, my friend. Oh, we lost him. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's try to pull them up on another line. I'm not sure what is going on. Let's try this again. Okay, I think we've got them back. So, Man Talk, Woman Talk, Battle of the Sexes, Nigerian musical. Talk to us about your directing responsibilities on this project.
Again, just as I stated before, is helping the actors understand the vision of the entire project. That's mainly important.
Yes.
But also helping them understand their characterization. What does each character entail? Basically, at this point, we have 6 major characters, of which Charles is playing one of those major roles. And so helping them understand their character in relation to other characters on stage and the interpretation of those characters individually and collectively. So we also have a group of, we have an ensemble that also double as dancers, right? So it's almost as they're acting as members of the, 1 minute they're members of the jury because this is a courtroom setting. 1 minute they're acting as members of the jury. The next minute they're acting, they come on as an ensemble to actually dance and sing. So there is a lot happening on stage, and it's always, for me as a director, it's trying to ensure that all of these various versions of itself, because in musical theater, there is the singing, there is the dancing, and there is the acting. We say that one cannot do without the other. For the most part, we define musical theater simply as when you cannot speak, you sing, when you cannot sing, you dance, which means that all 3 elements cannot do without the other. You suddenly, 1 minute you're speaking, and then you bust into songs to express yourself. So it's also helping the actors understand how they can seamlessly move from speaking to singing and or dancing, whichever it is, but trying to ensure that we have a seamless production all the way through.
Fantastic. We have 2 great guests with us today from Man Talk, Woman Talk, Battle of the Sexes, a Nigerian musical coming soon to Snellville, Georgia. So how do you balance the acting with the singing and the dancing as a director?
Again, well, to be fair, I don't know that you can literally say that all versions of it will take 1/3 of the performance. Not necessarily. I think it's just understanding at what point when it feels like the dialogue is becoming too much and how actors either express themselves, suddenly bust into the songs to express themselves, or either it is a repetition of their emotions or it is an afterthought. So the songs that they sing can signify different things, can come in to mean different things within the entire process. So it's literally understand at what points within the project that you feel that the speaking, there's too much emotion that has enveloped maybe an actor and then it's time for them to burst into song to give the audience a fresh perspective of their thought process, or to burst into song to probably buttress their ideas as to what it is they were saying, or also probably give an inner thought as to what they've been thinking going forward. So it's a basic understanding as to at what point do you, as a director, do you understand that the dialogue has become too much and it's time for the songs to come in, and as the songs come in, the dances naturally come with it.
Fantastic. We have got two great guests with us today. So, Charles, talk to us about your work on this musical so far, the rehearsing and some of the different things that you've done. Talk to us about the behind the scenes of this, Charles.
Okay. I think it is quite exciting working with a multicultural cast, I should say. Before now, all my works have essentially been in back home in Nigeria, working with my colleagues, many of whom I've known for so many years. But coming here to meet a very young, vibrant American cast, and how well they have been able to integrate into the otherwise African cultural story. Working with those of us who are straight from Africa, and seamlessly blending as if we've known ourselves for years, is a major take-home for me from this project. I think the young guys have given a very fantastic account of themselves already, and that's something I am so excited about, and it gives me extra energy to want to give that extra push every day at rehearsals. Seeing these young members of cast who ordinarily probably are meeting a Nigerian cast for the first time. Some of them probably have never read a Nigerian play, and seeing them sing Nigerian songs, many of them with lyrics written in Pidgin English, seeing them make effort to get the pronunciations right, get the lyrics right, is something very, 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 very encouraging for me. And if you ask me if I would love to do this again, it will be an instant yes.
Fantastic. So as a director, take us through the process of what a rehearsal looks like for this Man Talk, Woman Talk, Battle of the Sexes, the Nigerian musical.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Take us through the rehearsal process for Man Talk, Woman Talk. What is that like?
Oh, okay. So musicals, we usually say that musicals are one of the most collaborative forms, right? So as much as I know a bit of music and I understand a bit of choreography as to what I want and what interpretations I want, but in all of these aspects, we get professionals to come do these for us. So we have a musical director, we have a choreographer that is in charge of all of these other processes. So at different points in time, they come into the space. When the choreographer was in, the choreographer had 2 weeks to choreograph all of the dances. In the middle of that, there are days that, even up until now, we still have days that the music team would come in and rehearse with the entire cast and crew. I think for me, the bottom line is to actually make all of these three processes. So yes, there's the music director. Secondly, there's the choreographer. But then there's also the blocking of the main script itself, the dialogue. So I do the blocking of the script. These other people do those other parts of the other aspects of the work. But I ensure that all three aspects are cohesive, that they seamlessly go through one into the other without any form of errors, and people can see that navigation process. So there are days that all we're working on are the dances. There are days that all we're working on will be the singing, but there are days that as the production comes closer, right now we're running the entire show, right? So we're running to ensure that everything is seamless, that one moves into the other very smoothly without any errors going forward.
That is amazing. So how do we get tickets to Man Talk, Woman Talk, Battle of the Sexes?
Tickets currently are available at eventbrite.com /Mantalk, Woman Talk. And we have on Friday, which is one of the main days. On Friday is the gala and costume night. The theme of that gala is African Pride. We're asking that we're encouraging everyone who's coming for the Friday event to actually showcase Africa on the red carpet. So it will be the premiere for the event, and we expect people to be on the red carpet showcasing their African culture in their costumes, in what they wear, in their hairstyles, whatever it is they're doing. We're asking people to showcase Africa in those days. So eventbrite.com /Mantalk, Woman Talk is where people can get their tickets. And Friday, September 1st is the gala. September 2nd is the musical. The red carpet begins at 4 p.m. on Friday, September 1st, and September 2nd is the musical at 7 p.m.
Fantastic. Well, Charles, before we let you go, what is next for you after this project?
I will put a wrap on that for the time being, just because we're still in the process of talking to the people involved.
Okay.
But I definitely would come back on this show and absolutely tell you what that next project is
Fantastic.
about, and it's gonna be mind blowing. I can recommend that.
Fantastic. Well, you two have been fantastic. Thank you for making some time for us, and thanks for chatting. And we will talk to you soon. Both of you have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon.
Absolutely, you as well.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much.
Thank you, my friends. There they go. That is Man Talk, Woman Talk. It is going to be in Snellville, Georgia very soon. Tickets are flying out the door. Man Talk, Woman Talk, a Nigerian musical. It's the Battle of the Sexes, directed by Dr. Leslie Patrick. Coming to the Snellville, Georgia South Gwinnett Performing Arts Center, September 1st. Costume Gala and musical African Pride at 4 p.m. September 2nd and September 3rd is the musical Man Talk, Woman Talk. Tickets are so affordable. They start at $50. It is absolutely amazing. Check it out. September 2nd, the musical is at 7 p.m. September 3rd, 2 p.m. Check it out today. It's Man Talk, Woman Talk. For more information, 631-375-1417. Purchase tickets online. KrabiteUSA.com. That's CRABITES USA.com. KrabiteUSA.com. Tickets start at $50. It is absolute. September 2nd, September 3rd. Get your tickets now. Do it today. KrabiteUSA.com.